Okay, I did reply to this in the comments, but I just I'm sorry, this is just it's not funny, but it's actually also incredibly funny. And you're probably gonna be mortified about this, and I feel really bad, but I'm also like, this is like genuinely the funniest fucking thing that I posted a video where I was like, yeah, I just cried while reading a bunch of filthy smut. And you assumed I was crying over the fanfic. No. That fanfic was literally just a 15k word PWP fic that I was reading because I had been crying for nearly an hour, and I had cried so much and so hard that my skin was raw, and I had cried off my makeup, so I was going to wash my face and moisturize because my face hurt. And so I put on my headphones so I would like be distracted and not cry. And one thing led to another, and then I got into the bathroom and just started sobbing uncontrollably while I just sat on the toilet and had this like smut playing in my headphones because I was crying because today is the 11-year anniversary of my friend's death. It's fine. I shouldn't say, actually no, I'm not allowed to say that. I'm saying that because last year I told my therapist that, because she had only been my therapist for like 6 months when I told her about this, and she said I'm sorry, and I said, oh, it's fine, and she was like, it's fine. So anytime I like try to downplay that, I just see her stare of it's fine. So like it's not fine, it's actually really shitty. But like I've cried 4 times about it today. I actually didn't cry about it until like 7:30 p.m. after I realized that I almost like took a nap at 7:30 p.m. and I couldn't figure why I was so tired, and then I realized I felt so tired because I was so emotionally exhausted because of the thing the brain does where it like remembers traumatic events and is like, haha, you're gonna feel like garbage on this exact day every single year because this shitty thing happened. And then I wanted to make a video talking about it, and I thought I was fine, genuinely, because I'd been kind of like, I had been aware of it, that this, like, that was the day that it was. It wasn't like, oh, I realized that this was what day it was after I realized why I was feeling this way. I knew what day it was, and then I was like, you know what, maybe I should, like, talk about grief and stuff like that, because seeing videos of people talking about grief always is nice to see for me personally as someone who has, is well acquainted with it. And, then I just started crying like a baby. And couldn't stop for nearly an hour. And now I have cried, I think, 4 times, and it's 10 p.m. So in the last less than 3 hours, I have cried 4 times. And one of those times I was sitting and reading 15k word buddy smut. So I'm so sorry if you're absolutely mortified at the fact that you assumed that my tears were over a fanfic and it was in fact over a traumatic event of my childhood. I just find it incredibly, I find it really funny to just have a lore drop of like, oh, actually, I know that I'm super silly and goofy on the internet, and I more than likely seem at least a little bit unstable, but there is actually some Comet lore that I don't talk about a lot because it is very painful parts of my life and memories, so I don't like to bring the vibe down. Plus, there's new people coming onto this account every single day. So many of you are surprised to find out that I'm 5 feet tall, Canadian, 19, and that I use they them pronouns, let alone that when I was 8, my friend who I had known since I was literally a month old, haha, died from cancer. And she was literally 6 days older than me. It's not funny, but it's kind of funny.